Okay, back again. Uh, this is a program that's been around for a long, long time. Super anti-spyware. I use it to get rid of cookies that seem to be hanging around on the computer. This can slow down your machine as well, an internet connection. All those little spyware cookies. This is free. I mean, there's a paid version. Huh. Uh, there it is. Now, this has some tools you can investigate on your machine. There's a game mode. And so, I mean, it looks like, yeah, it looks just like WiseGear has a couple of features. So they're trying to make it do more than what it's supposed to do. But anyway, it, I don't do the complete scan. Only if you feel like there's something on the machine. So this will scan the whole machine very quickly. You could change the interface and make it dark if you don't like that color. It depends how many files you got on the computer. How long does it take? You might ask that question. Is it worth it? Well, it's free. There's a couple of things you have to do in the services because it likes to attach itself to the service file. I usually disable it or remove it. It doesn't need to be there. Doesn't need to load up all the time. That's why you saw that little look at cricket or insect right here. Well, there's something in the memory. Is this program necessary today? Well, if you can keep your router from picking up cookies and ads and stuff like that, if the router can block all that stuff out, hey, you'd be great. You wouldn't see ads at all in games or anything. So, would that be neat? Some routers allow you to go in, some routers don't. Most of the routers from the ISP, Internet Service Provider, they don't want you in there. Wow, 255. The cookies. And they sit in the computer and they track all your little movements. I don't know how they allow this, but we shouldn't have to deal with this. Oh, all these problems we got to deal with. Microsoft should have a. When Microsoft updates, it should update and block cookies. Only keep the cookies you want to keep, which are pretty much cookies for, you know, programs and stuff that you use to log into and things like that. That's your main cookies. But you don't need all these cookies. These other cookies are tracking you and all that. Once you incorporate, block all those cookies out. Then they can't get in. Tighten up the tighten up the operating system. You have to go through this all the time. Now some routers can block the cookies, but see the problem is which cookies to block. So you have to maintain it on the other end. So if you have so many PCs on your network, that's it. So this you would run it once a week. Sometimes this catches things that Defender can't catch. But I'm sure Microsoft is aware of this program. You don't want too much stuff on your machine, hosing your machine down. But gotta do what you gotta do. 207. So this will remove all the tracking cookies off your computer, and that's about it. Now, if you can try the pro version. So the pro version of this will block those cookies. Well, in theory, some might get through because you have to distinguish which ones to keep and which ones bad. But a lot of sites use cookies to track you. That's the problem. And then you got those sites out there. If you misspell, say you type helpme.com, well, that's just fictitious, and you type helpme.com or something like that, something else will pop up on your screen. You gotta be careful how whatever you type. If you're not too sure, disconnect the internet. Either take out the ether or turn off the Wi-Fi so you don't go someplace you're not supposed to go. Stop any intrusion coming into the machine. They should have a panic button. Press a button that shuts down the whole internet. Just cut off the internet from the planet or from the country you're in. But if they do that, then everybody will complain. I know. It should be a better system, but it is not in place. Okay, so this is 270. There's a couple of utilities I use. I used to use a lot more, but you don't really need it. A lot of stuff is not supported no more. But some stuff is out there. It's almost finished. Let's see, 7 minutes into this. Yeah. Well, you can go do something else. I mean, you can still use your computer while it's scanning. It's not good to get on a browser because it's trying to find cookies and stuff like that. Things that shouldn't be in the machine. Okay, here we go. So that's the results. It took 6 minutes to do. So you would hit continue, continue. And I'll remove all of them. That's what it's doing right now. Let's see. That little thing is running in the back. See, it shouldn't be there. Let me see if it's there. So this is services. And to find them, I think I removed it on this machine. Let's see. Usually around here someplace hiding. I remove it. What you do is you go into the DOS mode, the command prompt, go into administrator. You type sc delete. You have to delete the key. You have to go inside this. Say that. Click on that. Click on properties. And you have to delete that whole service name. Just the way it's spelled. And the system will it actually remove it from this thing. From the services. I don't see it here. I must have removed it. but it should stick around. It doesn't need to stick around. Yes, exit doesn't need it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna protect you. You ready? Run it. Now let's see how what it do. Did do what it's supposed to do. Let's run WiseCare Pro. Let's check. Let's see what it found. It'll be in here. Okay, found traces on the computer too. And you say, hey, you might turn this on. Will this stop it? Nope. It's not gonna stop it. It can slow the machine down though. That's the problem with running it. That's why I don't turn it on. But this is not a 30. This is not a 64-bit program. It's 32-bit. You know, I asked them, why don't you make it 64-bit? They said in the future. Well, we're in the future now. We're at the version number 7, and it's still not 64-bit. There should be two versions. Like the quick CPU is 64-bit or 32-bit. Yeah, option. This should be 64-bit. It should be backwards. The 64-bit it would run faster. But I guess there must be a reason why they have it like that. This is a quick way of cleaning the machine fast. That's all it's doing. Then if you really like to get like a guru, get really into it technically, you click on System Cleaner, you select all those buttons and you clean it deeper. You go deeper. I like it gives you that feature. And you know, for those of you who like to tinker, this is more like people who are coming from the Mac world and don't don't want to really tingle into it. Hmm. Oh, okay. I found some traces in the histories. Now this program will not clean your RAM. It's not gonna clean that. That's what Game Booster and Memory Optimizer will do that. They won't build that in for some reason. So the other ones they will clean the RAM. Remove the. Okay, so this you would go down Common Cleaner, and the cookies are here. Let's see what it finds because we already cleaned out the cookies, right? It's super sub anti spyware. That's what it's supposed to do. It remove all the tracking cookies. Let's see if this finds any cookies that I didn't deem that's supposed to be kept on the machine. But super anti spyware, it's designed to find the tracking cookies and remove them. That's what it does. This one doesn't do that. So there's always a killer seal. Yeah, I know there's a lot of programs have on the computer, but there's nothing to do. Wow, 14 minutes. Oh, that's right, I did it. I have two monitors here. Like I said. I left that browser up. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Okay, cookies, nothing was found. Okay, that's good. So it did. Web traces, still there's web traces. Clean. Here's extra. Let's see. Skiing anything? Okay, nothing's there. Okay, so that's it. So we clean any tracking cookies and clean any adware and stuff like that off your computer. So now your computer is completely clean. You should look into your now a lot of people don't want to talk about this the domain name system. So by default, a lot of stuff is using your okay internet speed. Tracking cookies can slow down your machine. You know, you can change the DNS settings in your router, but you need to know, for IP4 and IP6. IP6 is a little different. Um, there's a lot of free ones. You just type in DNS and you look and see which ones is available and whichever works for you, whatever services is. A lot of it's free because the Google and your ISP, they're kind of slow, and you might want to look at something else. It's optional. It's up to you. Speed up the system and get rid of things you don't want. Some stuff offer all sorts of different features. I can't tell you which one I'm using, but I switched mine. I did it on my phone because my my router. I don't use a computer to get to. Well, the router is secure. They don't want you because a lot of people they already knows everybody's address, so go to the phone and do it that way. Um, but it's not easy though because they have a lot of uh, security. When you go in there, you can reset the router. You can change the DNS. It goes from automatic, custom. I picked up the other one. You just type it in yourself, and just make sure you take care of the primary server, DNS primary server, secondary server. So that's IP4 primary server for IP6, and primary and secondary server for IP6. IP6 is much quicker. Now a lot of companies don't support it, and they still support the legacy IP4. But okay, so I hope you learned something today. Okay, so now you know what super anti-spyware can do. You download it, install on your machine. Make sure check the services.msc. Look for super or something. It begins with an S, and this stands out, and you can remove that key. Otherwise, every time you boot up the computer, of course you can disable it. Yeah, but I rather do my own stuff. I don't know why it has to attach. If you don't got the full version, then why does it have to attach itself? Yeah. Okay, that's about it. Hey, thanks. Support the channel by subscribing, and see you next time. We're out of here.